There we go. Welcome, welcome. Friday Night Live with John.
And Ben.
Abby. Turn him on camera a little bit. He doesn't like to sit close. So it's usually all right. So glad that you could all join us tonight to learn about what's going on here at Alternative Health. Start with my announcement. Excuse me, our next Zoom call is Friday, September 26th. Not quite the third Friday again because of vacation time. So it will be Friday, September 26th. Just want to remind you all that gift certificates are available. If you need a gift certificate to buy someone, if you want to treat someone to a foot bath or a body wrap or a Zyto, whatever, we do gift certificates. Or if you need a gift certificate, you tell someone for your birthday you want a gift certificate to Alternative Health. We have custom meal plans. Last month after class, Maureen asked for one. And today she told me that she didn't find it yet in her emails. So hopefully she's found that and she'll start working on that and getting those meals prepped and good healthy foods in our body. Referrals. We love referrals. We had a client in this afternoon. Her aunt had called this morning and scheduled consultation, and the client is bringing her mother in a couple weeks. So, um, you know what we do, you know how well we do things, you know how well you all feel when you detox and go through our programs and share the wealth, let other people know what we're all about. Did you want to say something?
As long as people say I'm on course, they feel good.
Oh, yes, right. And then again, we come up with a topic every month, but a couple months ago, I think Judy had given us a topic. If there's something that you want to learn about, let us know. We'll do some research and we'll try to make it happen. And testimonials. Did you know that John gives away a Whoa, somebody needs to mute, please. Thank you. John offers for a testimonial. If you write us, we do a little video with you. You get a complimentary service, foot bath, body wrap, facial. So who doesn't like complimentary? Free, in other words. So if you haven't given us a testimonial about your program, your time on program with us, let's make it happen. Next time you're in the office, we can do a little video or you can type something up and we will be happy to share that with others and then you'll get a complimentary service. And also, Google reviews are great for us. It helps other people as well who are just searching for us. See what we're all about and see how people like us. 5 stars is best. So if you want to do that, use this little QR code here on the screen, or you can just go to just Google us, and on that Google page, it'll have a spot for reviews. All right. I'm done. I'll let John take over from here.
Hello, everybody. Want to welcome everybody once again to our Friday Night Live. And this month we're going to talk about where alternative health is going. Somebody asked me, was it yesterday? You're not leaving, are you? And the answer is no, we're not. We're here for the long haul. But things are changing and we want to change with it. About 6 months ago, we had a class and I told everybody about the Melise went out of business. And at the time I was very concerned, a little distraught, I suppose might be a good word. But I've come to believe that everything happens for a reason. everything. So that forced me and Patty and all of us to start to do some research. We started looking at things. We started saying, where do we go from here? Anybody that knows me knows I don't quit. It's not my DNA, it's not my nature. Even though, I kind of thought maybe retirement, maybe this was a prelude to retirement, etc. But in looking at things and looking back at everything that we've accomplished and the wonderful, wonderful clients we have, the things that have happened, and every day I get another story. Today, a young lady was in and she's 2 months into her program. I think she's on a 3-month program, but she came in because doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong. She'd menstruated for 7 or 8 straight weeks. And, the first thing they start talking about is hysterectomies and stuff like that. And her sister had done a program with us. So she recommended she come and see me. And lo and behold, we fixed it. Okay. And those are the kind of things that make me just say, you know what? I need to stay and keep doing what I can do as long as I can do it. So we started looking at some things and we brought some new things into the fold. We still use the Melise, what I have, we still detox, we still do all those kind of things. So for those good old souls that want to keep doing the same thing, we can. But we're going to kind of migrate to some other things and make things a little bit easier for people, make things happen a little bit quicker, and just realize that for 25 plus years, I worked with Melise, and everything has its time. And I guess looking at it again, it was a way to go. It needed to happen. And I think the good Lord made it happen. So we moved on. And we started researching different companies and different things. And we found some programs we're going to get into in a little bit that's going to be so much easier, so many less supplements to take, but it's going to do the same things that we've been doing. The Candida program still has to be the way Candida. So people that have Candida, they will still do that first. But we have other programs now that's going to really assist the immune system, but it's not going to be so burdensome with all the supplements and the jars of supplements, containers, and et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to break that down a little bit and kind of go over what it's going to do and how it's going to do it. So let's move on and talk about the new products and the new services that we're going to have. And I think you're going to like them. I think you're going to enjoy them. Some of you who aren't in the area, it's going to be a little more difficult, obviously, for the services, but people like Maureen and Ed, they're going to come and visit, I know, pretty soon. So, and Mark and Charmaine can come and see us, but you'll be interested in the products as well. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is a new service. I decided to invest, and it was kind of some I had to sit on and think about because of the expense and wondering, do I want to dig deeper in and do things? And I decided yes, because as we looked and we studied and we know people, what is the biggest thing out there that people want? They want to lose weight, get rid of body fat, and they want to get rid of pain and inflammation. And we're very successful at doing it, but there's some ways now that science has come up with and studies and research to even make it easier and faster. And that is what we're going to do, and it's called light therapy. Okay, light therapy, contour light therapy. We just got the whole thing in this week. I believe it was Tuesday when we got it delivered and we got it set up. And I did the first treatment today on Patty. And I took, can you, if I get these pictures or not?
Yeah.
People see them? Okay. So,
So fully clothed.
But you're not
yes,
fully
on
clothed in
camera.
the process, but we just set it up with her fully clothed.
All right, I gotta see if you can see this. So, it's got, face mask. It's got pads for the arms, if you want to work on your arms, the belly, and also, for the thighs. Okay, might be a little different for each individual, depending on what you're looking to lose fat in and reshape. You know, some men won't need it on the thighs, they'd probably need it on the chest and the belly. Um, you know, some women may not even need it on the thighs, so just, right, oh, here's another one too. Gosh. Like a zombie. But then we actually did it, where, you know, like a body wrap, I wore the sweat panties, to get my bra on, because we don't need to shrink that area. But it was very comfortable. It's 25 minutes. I dozed off. It was yeah, it was warm. You wear eye goggles for the face mask, because the lights are very bright and you don't want them getting into your retina and what have you in the eyes. But it was very comfortable, very relaxing, and I lost an inch up of each thigh, and I put my arms,
And then like a half inch. off
half an
it.
inch on my arms, and something around my belly too. So
Okay, so what is it? Okay, it's LED lights. And they're very powerful, what they call 635N, which is a near infrared lights, along with high-powered German-made microchip LEDs. And the lights are embedded into a soft plastic, so you can contour it around the body, and you wrap it to where the people want to lose the body fat. Now, what it does is it attacks the fat cells. It does not destroy fat cells. You never want to destroy cells. Okay, so fat cells are just little round cells, and inside the cell is fat or a liquid almost. So what happens is, by these lights, these powerful lights, they actually slightly puncture the fat cells. And then the fat cell releases this fat into the lymph system. So when you drink water, you move stools, you sweat, whatever it is, it helps to flush that out through the circulatory system. And now it does not take the place, and I'm going to stress this, it does not take the place of eating well. If you do the lights and you break up some of the fat cells, and then you go across the street and eat McDonald's, you're just feeding the fat cells again. So you have to understand that it is not sometimes people want the quick fix and say, okay, if I do this, I'll lose body fat and my lifestyle. We hear this all the time. Okay. And that's not what we're about. That doesn't work that way. So we just have to understand that and make sure that everybody understands that you still eat right, you take care of yourself, but it helps to break down the fat cells and get rid of them in a much faster fashion. So we put it right on the skin, as close to the skin as we can. We can wrap it because it's flexible and pliable. You wrap it around the thighs, you wrap it around the waist. There's one pad you lay on. Men will probably lay on two, because women, one in the back, because most women want something wrapped around the thighs and the midsection. But there's 6 pads total, plus the helmet. Now, what happens is when people come in, we have to set them up on it. It's not something people can come in and do it on their own or take it off. That helmet, that all by itself, is over $3,000. So we have to be very careful. If it falls on the floor, it'll smash, and then we have to order another one. Okay, so we have had to be trained and certified and had certificates in order to be able to use it. Does it hurt the skin? No, it does not. It's actually releasing inflammation. So people that have arthritis, people that, and aren't really into the inch loss or fat loss, that's fine. You're not going to lose fat if you don't have fat to lose. So people that have arthritis, people that have issues like that, muscle issues, tendon issues, it's going to help them because lights always help. And in fact, if you want to do just the helmet and do a skin tightening on the face, you can just do that. If some people say, I don't want to lose any body fat. I was talking to Liz, who works here, and I said, is there any place on your body you'd like to lose body fat? She said, no. So for her, if she wanted to, she could just do the helmet and just do the face. If she started having aches and pains, of course, then she could use the thing. But for me, it'll do great for everything. I would like to lose some around my midsection, and I would like to help muscles and joints, and obviously tighten skin. So, I'm in on everything. All right. So, inflammation is the cause of pain. How do we get inflammation? Poor eating, things we breathe. I mean, all the things that are in our body creates inflammation. So with the red lights, that produces anti-inflammatory effects that will actually reduce the pain and help to strengthen the immune system. So, and like I mentioned, arthritis, joint pain, etc., is going to be a benefit as well. So they call it body contouring. And the reason for that is as you lose body fat, you're obviously you get smaller, and it can help to shape the body as well. There are a lot of you might have heard of other things out there that we looked at. One is what is that, where they freeze fat cells and then they
cryo something.
Yeah, and then they take a little hammer and they pound on the skin, but that's painful. That hurts people. Okay,
cold sculpting.
Cold sculpting, yes, that can hurt, be uncomfortable. It's cold, etc. This is warm.
You get bruised by that other type.
Yes,
too.
you do. You get bruised. Now, when we took it off of Patty, she had some redness, a little bit of redness on the skin, not much more than you would on a body wrap. Okay. And then once we take you out of this, if you're in there for the body fat, we put you on our Chi machine. And those of you who've been here, you've seen the Chi machine, you stand on it, and it's a vibrating plate, and that creates circulation. So that actually helps the body to move the stuff, the body fat and the fat cells that have been released, to move that and help flush it out, just like exercise. You stand on that for 10 minutes at whatever speed you desire. The faster the speed, the better, up within reason. So I always say ride around 15 minimum, probably 30 max. What do you do?
I had it at 50.
You did? Okay.
50, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason your skin was a little more red too.
Yeah.
It's just like if you exercise real hard, your skin's going to get red. So, but you can do it whatever speed you want for 10 minutes. And we're still doing body wraps, and we are actually we talked to the people that did this, and most places don't do body wraps, but for people that really want to do more sculpting and get rid of it, if we put people in a body wrap after the lights, they say that'll really expedite the inch loss and the fat loss. Okay. When you're in there, you have goggles. I know on here it says goggles are recommended. Goggles are mandatory. It's very bright underneath that helmet. Even with the goggles, you can see Patty put the stuff on me where I with clothes on, but so we didn't turn on the skin, but we did turn it on, and it was very bright. Okay, so we want to make sure everything is right. So we make sure everybody has goggles. We have the goggles. We put them on you. We take them off you when you're done. Okay, so skin rejuvenation, just like we've had the Soluma, and we've used the Soluma on people at times on their face, but this is much stronger than the Soluma. We'll still use the Soluma at times for different issues and circumstances, but The whole thing about red light therapy, it increases circulation and between the blood and this tissue cells. So that's what does a stimulation and helps to take care of the skin, give it more glow, give it more because you got blood flow, circulation. Okay. And the stronger, the healthier your cells are, the healthier your skin is. So when you see people with a lot of stuff on their skin, the skin becomes unhealthy. So we want to repair the damage, whether it's from sun, whether it's from anything, chemicals we put on the skin, makeups, whatever it might be, and men and women too. You know, men need to look good just as much as women do. We don't think of it that way, but we should. All right.
And one thing with the Controlates, you can't have any makeup on. You can't have any lotions on your skin. Okay, your skin has to be clean of anything like that.
Right. And every time we use it, we wipe everything down. And that's our job. Wipe it all down, clean it between sessions for people. So nobody has to worry that you're catching other people's cooties.
And it's a 25-minute session.
Yep.
It's recommended twice a week
Yeah.
for a month, or longer, depending on the size of the person and what their concerns are.
Yeah, whatever your goal. But as much as you can do it, the better off you are. So, that's the way it works. Okay. Okay, so that's our new service. New products. Okay. We still have a lot of the Melise product. So as I mentioned earlier, but we have new products. And I'm going to start out by saying that we have everybody, when you turn on the TV, you see all of the weight loss things. Wegovy, you have Ozempic, and
Mounjaro.
yeah, and you can take the shots home, you can do them yourself, all this stuff, on and on and on. Here's the problem. Again, everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants it done for them. All right. It's very expensive and it's very unhealthy. If you get on them, these shots, you have to be on them for the rest of your life in order to maintain. Now, anybody who thinks that you can put this kind of chemicals in your body for years and years and not have negative reactions, then you have a problem, okay? So what we have and what has been developed by the company we're working with called Systemic is a natural GLP-1. I've been using it now for about 2 months. It curbs the appetite. It's simple. It's a powder. It tastes almost. Are you doing it? Did you start doing it?
I just did it 1 month.
Okay. You do it every morning and you take a scoop of it, you put it in water, shake it up and drink it. And then you take 2 capsules. And that is as simple as it gets. It's not something you have to be on for the rest of your life. You can be on it for a while, come off of it, go back on it, anything you want, because it's 100% natural and very, very simple. Now, why does it work with no chemicals? Because it's developed with all of the natural foods that the body needs to curb the appetite and to take away a lot of the sugar cravings. Can anybody see that? So it's called metabolic superfood, along with a GLP-1 probiotic. You take them, like I said, once a day, simple, done, no shots, no sticking yourself, none of that stuff, and no side effects except feeling better. So I wanted to, that's one thing. Okay. Okay. The next one we have is, I get comfortable. Sorry. The next one we have is what we call the 5 Ps. Okay. The 5 Ps. Now, each one of these sessions is 30 days long. The first one is called Prepare. And for 30 days,
Let me just kind of just go through the four and then there's a page describing each one.
okay,
Sorry.
okay,
So they're prepare, purify,
promote, protect.
and the fifth one is preserve.
We didn't put that on.
Hey, you're not a room. The four fit nicely.
Okay. All right. So the first month, and it needs to be done in this order. Prepare. What it's doing is when we heal the body, we want to do the whole body. We don't want to do symptoms. Okay. We want to restore the whole immune system rather than somebody says, I have a fatty liver. Okay, you do this. And I've never been that way. I never want to work with symptoms. I want to get the people healthy because I know if somebody has a fatty liver, there's other causes somewhere else. So what it is in the first month, this box has morning and evening little packets. Every morning you take a packet, every evening you take a packet. So what it does is it boosts the cellular energy and the mitochondrial function, which means it increases your metabolism and increases your energy. All right. So what we do is you take these because it starts cleaning your liver and opens up the drainage pathways. Many people, when I do the scans on them, what's happening is their lymphatic system is stuck. Things aren't moving. So we build up things like cellulite. We build up, we get edema. People's feet and legs start getting swollen because things can't move. They're not moving.
Inflammation.
Yeah, well, that's what all that is really inflammation, okay? But we want to get as deep as we possibly can. So what happens is we get into the gut. So we want to repair any leaky gut symptoms, and it rejuvenates the muscular layer, which is mucus. Okay, and what that is a membrane, and it's really the moist inner lining of various organs and cavities within the body, to include the intestinal tract. And these layers of mucus act as a primary balance between the body's internal environment and the external. Okay, so it protects things in protection of and helps with absorption and helps the immune system to protect the body. And there's 3 layers of the mucus. The first one is epithelium. That one, that's the innermost layer. Okay, and that faces your organs and cavities. And it's composed of cells that vary in structure and depending on the specific location and functions. But these cells secrete mucus. Now, you say mucus. We don't want mucus. We absolutely have to have mucus. Mucus is what moves things through. So when you get a runny nose, that's a good thing because it's taking waste and garbage out of your body. But we don't want it 24/7, okay? Day after day, week after week. It's a thick, like a gel-like substance that protects the body from irritants and it actually provides lubrication. Respiratory tract, stuff like that. And it's little tiny hair-like structures that helps remove any foreign substances. The second layer is the lamina propria. So what this lies beneath the first one and consists of loose connective tissue. In this, it connects blood vessels, nerves, lymph systems, and all this stuff provides nutrients to the upper level and connects it to the deeper levels. So it's also housing to immune cells and the different cells that create what we call an immune system. And the third layer is a muscularis, which is the deepest layer, composed of smooth muscle cells. And that regulates the movement and folding of the mucosa, which contributes to absorption and secretion for the body. So we have to have it. So we want to clean out the old mucus in the garbage and help the body to restore and get the energy. So it's all about the gut. It's all about cleansing, and something that you're going to hear a lot about in the future is called microbiome. Okay. And that is gut health. Okay. The second month is called Purify. Purify, again, on this one, you have this box with a packet in the morning, a packet in the evening, but along with it, you have a canister of what we call superfood for this particular cleansing part. And this is primarily working on detoxifying the body and gut health. Now, I still promote detoxification. But for those people who say, I cannot go 3 days without eating, you can get away with it. The healing isn't as fast without doing the cleansing, but you can get away with it. Okay. And I do understand there are people that just say, I can't do it. But this one has a probiotic, a superfood, supplement for detoxification, and Bindgenic is something that you take, and it's primarily taken at night. So at night, as your body's resting, it's part of the evening part, and it binds the toxins and waste so the body can move it all at once. So it's got gut stimulating phytochemicals, and it'll help to get rid of bacteria, parasites, fungi, mold, viruses, that type of thing. So it gets into the xenotoxins and microbial toxins. And what those are both involving harmful substances. So they get rid of the harmful things. The xenotoxins are foreign compounds, and most of the time they're synthetics. Things that we have gotten from drinking water out of plastic bottles, processed foods, etc. And then the microbial toxins are toxins that are produced by microorganisms like bacteria that we ingest, or fungi, molds, that type of thing. So they bind all that together to help get rid of it through the gut and the intestinal tract. So we balance, and we know that 95% of all disease starts in the gut. So a lot of talk about gut health and overall health. The third month is called Promote. Okay, now we didn't come up with these 5 Ps, I will tell you that, okay? So I'm not quite sure who came up with it. So, yeah.
So the question was just asked, how is it determined which box is needed, or are they all one program? So yes, it is one program, and they are in order as we're describing them. Prepare is the first one. Then Purify is the second month. So one box will last 30 days.
Right. So it's ideal to do all 5, but can somebody, if they just want to work on one aspect, they could. Okay. Is it recommended? Not necessarily, but it could. And we can work at individuals as we do cytoscans and different things like that. Okay. Promote immunity and microbiome. Okay. And this is all about strengthening the gut health, gut immune access. And that refers to the complex bidirectional communication network between the gut and the immune system. You've heard me talk all the time about gut-brain connection. This is the gut and your immune system. When we have a weak immune system, then normally our gut is messed up. Okay. So we have to make sure that we take care of the gut. So we have trillions of bacteria in our body, fungi. We have billions of microorganisms residing in the digestive tract, which is the immune system. So it's not just about the gut, but it also influences the brain. So with this month, we're actually starting to get into the brain aspect. It's got gut microbiota, which is the immune responses, the gut barrier, which is the intestinal lining to help that, the immune cells to strengthen the immune cells, and the nervous system. Again, people that are anxious, people that have anxiety, a great percentage of that is coming from the gut. Okay. So we need to, you're going to hear gut all the time, over and over and over. The whole purpose of this 5-month thing is to get the body squared away so that you're not going to have these problems in the future if you take care of yourself. Beyond that, you shouldn't have to keep redoing it. That's the whole point of the whole program. Obviously, nobody stays 100% healthy all the time, but then you can touch up, hit certain things beyond that point once you get through it. Protect. This is all about neurological health. This is working with the brain, and there's something called nootropics, and that's when you hear nootropics, that's referred to oftentimes as smart drugs or cognitive enhancers. We don't use drugs, so we don't believe in smart drugs. I don't believe there is a smart drug. Okay, I just think there's a drug. But cognitive enhancers, that's certain things, nutrients that feed the brain. People that have anxiety, people that worry all the time, people that have brain fog, memory problems. This part of it is what's going to help all of that. But again, if you don't fix the gut, you're not going to fix the brain. We have to understand that. Excuse me, I'm taking a drink of water. So there's all kinds of prescription drugs that they call drug nootropics. And there's all kinds of across-the-counter stuff that they talk about. Okay, like caffeine. Caffeine is one of them because that makes people alert for a little while. However, then they crash. Some of the good stuff is things like creatine. Creatine is excellent for the brain. They claim that pure creatine does more for a female brain than a male brain for some reason. Okay. And again, I can't figure that out why, but it does. Ginseng, like omega-3 fatty acids, all those things are developed in this in order to help brain health. Okay. And then preserve. This is maintenance. Okay. And maintenance, again, you have the box, morning and evening, and you have another superfood. So it's got a prebiotic and a probiotic superfood, and to maintain improved digestion and long-term immune health. Okay, so those are the products that we have, and the lights, the different things that we're working on. Okay, I want to go back a little bit. I forgot on month 4. The way it really works is it's called HPA, which is hypothalamic pituitary adrenal. How many people do you talk to that say, I'm just fatigued, I'm tired all the time? All right. And that is what is called HPA. And it's your complex system of glands and hormones that affect the pituitary and the adrenal glands and the hypothalamus. So it involves the interaction between the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenals. So this one helps people to sleep better and keep a more calm mindset. Our hypothalamus, when we experience a stressor, like our cortisol levels are increased, it starts releasing the cortisol hormone. So we get tense. The pituitary gland releases another hormone, which is part of the cortisol, and the adrenals. Then the adrenals become fatigued because it's overwhelmed with cortisol. So we got to calm the mind, calm the brain. And then on month 5, the SBO, which is soil-based organism probiotics. They're not from animals, they're from the plants and soil. So that's another reason why they're long-term and for targeting total organ support. So I had those notes and I forgot to maintain. Okay, I want to open up for questions. Thoughts, questions, all the things, a lot of you have been around for a long time and you have your likes, your thoughts, health issues, etc.
Is this taking place of the normal cleanse or is this something in addition? Like a program?
It's a program. It can take the place or it cannot. I personally will do the cleanse along with this as I do it. And all of you know that for anybody's known me any time at all, that before I do anything or put anything on the shelf, I try it or have Patty try it. Okay, in case there's any, ramifications. No, but I believe in that. I don't believe in telling people to do things that I haven't or won't do. Because I want to know that it works, just like the lights, putting Patty on the lights today. I wanted to measure and see for myself. Okay, I know it works, but I want to see it firsthand and so I can explain it and express my feelings towards it. So for me, I recommend that there is a detox in it. But again, if somebody says, I just can't detox, I won't detox, well, that's up to them. I still recommend the detoxes, but they don't have to.
Right. I don't mind the detox. I just wasn't sure if the product to do the detox was going to be continually available now that Melise is gone. That's all.
It's going to be available at least for the interim, and that brings up a point. We do have some of the Melise product is going away, but I got a lot of fiber cleanse and detox and the total body cleanse. So we're set for that for a while. There's no worry there. Some of the other stuff, we just almost ran out of the chocolate instant meals.
Mhm.
Okay. A company is producing using basically the same formula, as clean as ever. We just got samples and we tried that today. And I liked it. You were,
Well, I wasn't thrilled. It was okay.
but
I don't know. I don't know.
you like the vegan anyways.
Yeah, I'm used to the vegan, so I really haven't had the whey one in a while. So,
But I am
don't know
ordering this new one and I think virtually everybody will like it. Patty's a little fussy, but don't worry about that. Just kidding.
whatever.
But I liked it. We tried that. So I'm ordering the chocolate. I still have the Melise, the other 3, strawberry, mocha, and vanilla. I got plenty of those yet. So, but when they run out, I will be ordering the other ones for people. It's still 20 grams of protein. And it still has a chocolate flavor. The vanilla, I tried that. They sent me a vanilla sample, it was excellent. So just kind of update on that.
Question.
Other questions? Yes, sir.
Do you eat your normal meals in addition while you're doing this long program?
Yes, you do. But it's still the legal food list. Like we gave people before. It's not, just guess. We got to get away from the sugar because we got to get away from the foods that damages the intestinal tract. We've got to do that for a period of time to stay away. Now, I will admit in doing more research and stuff, many times I put people on a 2-month, 3-month program. You understand, let's hypothetically say somebody is 50 years old and they've been doing the wrong thing for 50 years. It's really hard both physically and emotionally, to teach the body in 60 days or whatever it is, short period, to not go back to some of the old ways. And the longer somebody's on a structure, the better, the greater the success and the long-term success beyond that is, because the longer we do something right, the more our body wants to do it right. The longer we've been doing something wrong, the body wants to go wrong. Okay, that's just the way it is. And it's in every aspect of our life, whether it's eating, whether it's our work habits, no matter what it is. And so the longer we exercise, the healthier we're going to be in the long run. Okay, so it's all about that. So yes, it is, eating is an integral part. I wish I could say just take the supplements and everything will be fine. You can eat the way you want, like some of these commercials you see. They say you don't have to change your lifestyle. You can take this drug and don't have to change anything. Well, to me, that's not true if you want to be healthy.
Anna has a question.
Okay, Anna, go ahead.
Hi, on this new weight loss supplement that you talked about, I just started about a month or 3 weeks ago, the Melise Appetite Appeaser. Does that work similar to this? Or
Yes,
different?
no, it's similar, but it's much more in depth than just the appetite appeaser. The appetite appeaser is to balance blood sugar. We want to balance your blood sugar. We want to clean the intestinal tract. We want to get brain fog gotten rid of. We want to do it all. Okay. But yes, we need to control our blood sugar so that we're not craving the sweets and the carbs.
Okay, because I really would be interested in the weight loss.
Okay. Well, anybody's interested, we can talk anytime. All you gotta do is call.
Mm-hmm.
It's all.
Thank you.
And here's the other thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm much more about wellness than I am weight loss. I want people to be well. I still say, do we need to lose some weight? Yes. Okay. But that's not the end all. The end all is, how is your joints doing? How is the intestinal tract doing? Do you have pain? Are you having headaches? Are you able to function and walk? If you're carrying a little extra weight and you can do all that, God bless you. That's what I want. I want people to be healthy. We worry too much about weight above health. If you have an autoimmune deficiency, if you have diabetes, you have cancer, you've got to get on things. And I don't care about your weight. Yes, you'll lose weight, but I care about your health. When you go to the doctor, and I'm going to use a gentleman that I play golf with, his doctor kept telling him, your cholesterol's too high, your cholesterol's too high, and we're going to put you on cholesterol meds. So they did it. He kept fighting it. And I had him on foods and doing the right thing. And they ran a test. He told me the name and I can't remember. And they came to him and they said, and I was shocked, even though your cholesterol is higher than we like, you are better than 95% of male population. That's all I care about. Okay. So that's what the whole program is about. When you get a blood test, I want to know that everything is fine. If you're carrying 10 extra pounds, I could care less. And probably you couldn't either, to be honest with you, because it's all about how you feel, your wellness, what does your blood work look like, etc. And that's what natural does. Any other questions? Gloria. Any more paper?
John?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I did send something over on the chat, just questioning if the company recommends a diet that's compatible with the focus of the products, like for the gut, gluten-free, for instance.
Yes,
Did
it's our
they-
legal food.
It's the same
It's our-
thing. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that is the healthiest diet. In the companies that we talked to, they were all, we can set, we want to sell you drops, we want to sell, and I would tell them what we do and they go, oh, well, you're way on top of it, So no,
Mhm.
that is the healthiest way to eat, the way we have people eat while they're on a program. And that's why the body changes.
Got it. Thank
So-
you, John.
Whoop. Sorry about
Yes.
that.
Okay.
The 5-month program that you have, does it follow the same legal foods as when you are doing a cleanse, when you're on a Candida program, or just a regular program? What?
Great question. If somebody tests for Candida, then you would be on the Candida foods. If you don't test for Candida, then you can be on the wellness foods, which means you could have fruit, vinegar, fermented foods, that type of thing. But if you have the over infestation of yeast, you cannot have those kind of foods. So that would be the dictator. So there's 2 different lists. So it would be determined what you have.
So there's nothing in those 5 months that would contradict the Candida program?
That's correct. That's correct.
Well, knock on wood, I haven't gone back there yet, but I'm hoping that continues on.
It will, as long as you keep eating right. Believe me. Who else?
I have a question.
Yes, Mark.
Okay, I think you already know I've just been recently diagnosed with diabetes. Both my parents had it and my grandmother lost limbs, et cetera, to it. So the genes finally caught up to the liver damage that I did years ago with medication.
Mm-hmm.
Is this supportive of maintaining that to get my body readjusted? Because I'm attempting to get off the sugar. I've done quite well with that. And we're trying to eat the more balanced plate, and that seems to be working.
Yes.
And my numbers are reflective of that because I do the daily test, and I, continue to monitor the way I am to do that, to double check it.
Mm-hmm.
How does this tie into that?
It would tie in because you're going to get 100% nutrition to help the body. Continue eating healthy. I can't stress that enough. Okay. But what we need to do is repair the damage that's been done over the years that, like you said, I'll just use me as an example. I spent many years in the military and I didn't take care of myself. I felt healthy. I thought I was healthy, but I was doing things that made my body unhealthy later, and so we have to repair that damage. So I use the analogy, if you have a car that you ran really, really hard, didn't take care of it, in time it's going to break down and you're going to have problems and you have to put it in the shop and fix those problems, because if you don't, it's not going to run that much longer. Okay. So yes, that would fit right into it.
Lori, do you have a question?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
hang on one sec. Lori, go ahead. We'll get to you, Dale.
John, I know you answered the question that you'll have the Melise products so that you can do a cleanse with the detox and all of that. But what about when all that's gone? Could people still do the lemon cleanse, but without the supplements? Would that still
No.
work and be safe?
No, by that time I
Okay.
will have a replacement.
Okay. Yeah, because
No,
I would
you don't-
assume we have to have the supplements to do it
You
with.
got to have the cleansing agents in order to do a detox. You don't want to do a detox just drinking the lemon juice and maple syrup. Okay, that's not healthy. Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I
need-
wanted to be sure.
Yes, absolutely. No, by that time we'll have replacements.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Working hard on that.
I know you are. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Somebody else was saying.
Dale, go ahead.
I was just going to talk about the diabetes thing. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but my experience was I was pre-diabetes for many, many years. And I went from pre to just into type 2. And they put me on metformin. And that was about the time that we found out about this program. Was it 6 months later? I was not only out of type 2, I was out of pre-diabetes and off metformin. So
Yay.
if that helps.
Great.
Yeah.
So Mark, it is possible.
Oh, it's not even it's inevitable that you will be diabetes free. I mean, that if you follow it, you will. And that's what I tell everybody. The young lady I was talking about today that came in, when she started a program, I said, if you follow it, your periods are going to change. It's just the way it is. But if you don't follow it, it's not going to work. So that's why I do as much research and studying and listening and talking to people before I get into something, because I want to make sure it will work, period. Because if there's any doubt in my mind, I would never carry it at all.
Right.
So when anybody walks in here and says to me, will it work? If you follow it and do what I tell you to do, it will work. I guarantee it. So that's my promise to everybody. But it's hard. It's not magic. You got to understand that. Okay. Somebody asked what the cost of the 5-month program and light therapy. Well, they're two separate things. The light therapy, we're developing the process now, the prices, because we just got it set up. And we're going to sell it in packages. But anybody that's on here that's in the area, obviously, we are going to have a really good introductory special. In fact, anybody who wants to come in for a service, I didn't talk to you about it, but anybody who's on here can get it for a service for $49. The lights.
And the lights are not part of your membership. If
No.
anybody's on a membership
That's
plan, the lights will not be part of that.
Okay.
But $49, that's a great deal.
Yes. So that's anybody who's on tonight. So we have a list. Patty has a full list. Okay. So, and anybody can do it. Okay. Questions? Anybody
And
else?
just about those 5 months.
The 5-month, it averages out about 300 a month for the product. Thereabouts. Wellness isn't inexpensive. Okay. I always tell people, say, well, that's expensive. Well, so is being sick. So is having diabetes. So is having arthritis, and on and on and on. So,
So is that program, would that be discounted if you were on the membership?
absolutely.
Okay.
Everything's discounted if you're on a membership. Get your percentage off.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else? Got any more questions?
That was a lot to throw at us in 1 month, John.
It is. It is. We've had a lot thrown the last 6 months, I'm telling you.
I get it.
That's why when some of this happened, I said to Patty, do I want to retire?
June,
June,
Yeah, you said $49 per, was that per session? That's for one session with the lights, right?
yes.
Okay. And what did you recommend with that? How often or whatever, or what were you recommending?
Okay, the company, the lights recommend, depending on what you're looking to do, okay? They say, if you're looking to lose a lot of body fat 2 to 3 times a week, that's not logical for most people. All right. But every time you come in, if you do a session, all right. And we can increase it. If you're out of town, we can increase it to a 30-minute instead of for the same, whatever price it is. We can do that. Okay. But we'll work with you individually. So if you do a session and you do one a month, that's better than none a month. Okay. As long as you exercise and you move and you do some other things, you might find yourself instead. I know you guys come all the way up here once a month. You might say, you know what, maybe we'll come up twice a month, and just do half the amount of time. Who knows? But try it and see.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Yes, it's been a lot thrown at everybody I know. But I'm happy with, the amount of, work we've done. I got to give a little shout out, well, a big shout out to Patty, because she does a lot of the legwork for me. I primarily make the decisions based on all the information that gets. Great shout out to Patty always. But Liz is, some of you know Liz from West Hartford, and she'd worked here a little bit, but she's back. Been here a couple months now, right? Maybe
At
more.
least 3.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and she's been putting stuff out for us and researching and helping me. So a shout out to her. She's in North Carolina this weekend with her boyfriend, so she's not on tonight, but I want to give a
Down
shout.
there with you guys, Maureen and Ed
Yeah.
and Laurie. Oh,
Yeah, she's somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
So,
so Liz she's been doing social media posts and really getting creative, and it's great to have that younger brain working with us that can do those things. And yeah, so yeah, we're really happy Liz is back.
wonderful. Yes, exactly. Very, very happy. I didn't know how much we missed her until she came back.
Yeah, she is fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
good
So,
kid.
okay, anybody else? Okay, we're gonna do our drawing.
Okay, I have a question. I just want to make sure I'm seeing faces. All 3, you there? Wave at me. All right, good. And Elaine, is that you over there? All right, good. Mike. And Karen's name is up there, not her face, so I know she's here, but the other 2, her names aren't on there. I'm going, wait.
Our sisters are all,
Which?
Karen, are you still on?
Mm,
Oh,
mm,
you have your name up there,
I know.
I'll be honest.
mm.
Okay, we're gonna draw
Yes,
and we are,
this is Karen.
hi
All right,
Karen, okay, just making
Oh,
sure. Okay,
Yes, Karen.
we're gonna draw our regular prizes and when we're done, we might do a couple little things here, okay?